Outside of set one, which was, not good, I told the team we just met. I was happy. There's a lot of things to be happy about, especially the way we pulled ourselves out. I think after set one, I don't have the sheet on me, but they were out blocking us by a significant margin. We just did not. We were a little too stubborn as a team, trying to continuously test their hands in set one. On the block. So to end the match, if a casual observer would probably go, wow, they totally outblocked them. But to end the match, 15 blocks for Louisville, 14 blocks for SMU, I think I was happy with that. I was happy with how we handled Looper and DeBeer at times. We offensively struggled to find kills from the left. So it's a left side hitter's game. Usually when you lose that area of the match, you lose the match. But that's a Final Four team probably. I mean, they're really, really talented, and they're doing a lot of good things. So the message to the team is just, outside of set one, I think we fought pretty hard, and we made some high-level adjustments, and you've got to be comfortable taking different swings and giving different looks. And so I was happy with some of that stuff that we did, and I thought we had a good game plan. I think our serving outside of set three, we had a chance. We hurt ourselves by missing too many serves, but we wanted to go in and drop serve their lefts and get them out of rhythm, and I thought we did a decent job of that tonight. So some highlights and some lowlights, but probably to be expected against a team as good as Louisville.
Yes, in that first set, it was 7 blocks. I think that was my count in the first set, and obviously they're coming in as one of the top blocking teams in the country. But can you kind of talk a little more what goes into breaking that down, so that in that second set you're able to get around them more?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it doesn't matter who's blocking. You cannot swing low seam at hands. Now, the better the team, the more they're going to take care of those. So sometimes you're going to get negative reinforcement against maybe a not as skilled blocker, that you get away with some of those poor choices on your swings. Well, you're not going to get away with that against Louisville. So if you swing at their hands, low seam, it's going to be a block. And it took too long for a team to understand that. So going into set two, we're talking about, okay, we've got to move around their block into some daylight, run some different gaps, so just straight up different set choices. Being maybe a little bit less predictable. If you can pass better, that helps. Out of system, you really have to almost go and serve it off the top of their hands. Like they're high, 6'5" and 6'6". Or move your out of system balls inside more and try to bring around. There's a lot of ways to do it, and so we addressed a few different things. A blocking team, they're a great blocking team, but it's not like, that's what's so great about the game of volleyball, is there's always some kind of answer that you can go do something different. So I think the team did a good job doing that in set two.
How tough is it at this point in the season, when you've beaten teams of that quality, to balance kind of the disappointment of not winning, but also the realization of how good that team is?
It's tough. If you're just a competitor, you just want to win, and Louisville is not unbeatable. They're very good. I mean, they are not going to beat themselves. You need to beat them. And so we just want to play volleyball and have fun at a high level, and I think we had a chance tonight, and we put ourselves within reach. So my hope and my dream is that this is what volleyball SMU can look like for years to come. And at some point, I think Louisville and Pitt have done a really nice job mapping out how to become an elite level program that wasn't necessarily a blue blood, right? They've really done it in the last decade. So hats off to both those coaching staffs for engineering, being the architects behind building nationally prominent programs. I hope to do that here. So some of it's just pointing out to the girls that that's where we want to be one day, right? And so that's kind of fun. But yeah, I'm still pissed we lost, if that's the easiest way to answer that.
Casey played a lot, I think, down the stretch there.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about what she brings, it's maybe a little different, and how she's able to kind of attack move.
Yeah, so she can run the middle really well and can just make different choices. Every setter is different and unique and has their own style, and sometimes just giving the team that you're playing a different look, especially once they're grooved in, can be a nice change in the match. So I think she came in and did a great job with that. I think the first set was to Nady, and Nady like bounced one, so she like tattooed it. So that was pretty fun, pretty cool. She does that in practice every day, so we have a lot of trust in her.
I think just in the last game, you kind of talked about wanting to make sure the team had that competitive edge. How have you kind of seen that in these past two games play out? Do you think kind of making that faster adjustment this time around?
Yeah. I thought we were locked in today, really. I don't even know, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, but I thought we were locked in and ready to fight. Honestly, Louisville just came out and like kicked our freaking butts in the first set. And like I said, we were very stubborn. I don't think we were not here for a fight. So they punched us, we punched back. But against a good team like that, you just cannot give away some of the runs that we gave away. And that's the difference in the match. High-level volleyball has slim margins.
You talked about not being timid. How do you kind of then balance this idea where it's like, we don't want to be timid, but you don't want to feed into what they're good at? If that makes sense.
I mean, you just can never be timid if you want to be a big-time athlete. Like, it's like oil and water. Like, it just does not mix. And, it's twofold. Some of it's coaches just trying to love them and believe in them, sometimes even before they believe in themselves. Like, dude, you can do this. And some of it is intrinsic. Like, you got to go find that dog in you and say, hey, I'm here to freaking do it. And we got whatever one it is, I'll do whatever it takes to figure it out. I do think we have some competitors. What are they ranked right now? They're number 4. Yeah, you saw high-level volleyball tonight, everybody. Like, I think we're 12, I don't know, but close to what a top 10 match should look like. They're legit. So I thought we had it tonight with the competitive fire. We just didn't have it execution-wise at times.
Coach Andrew Rowe, East Coast Sports. What do you attribute to the amazing turnaround of this program, especially in terms of the ACC this year, which has been one of the toughest conferences in the country?
Yeah, the ACC is the toughest conference in the country. That's our 4th top 5 match in 6 matches. Pitt, Stanford, Cal, Louisville. In 5 matches? Am I missing one in there? Notre Dame. Yeah, no disrespect to Notre Dame, honestly, it's just coming at me fast. But so that's tough, right? But if you want to have a good program, which we do, we want to have a nationally prominent program in Dallas. Come on now, look at what football's doing. It's so fun. Everybody's just crushing it, and we want to be no different. You've got to address every little thing. Recruiting, training, those are probably the 2 lifebloods of a good program, is recruiting and training. But you've got to support the kids at a high level. It takes administrative support. It takes, everything. There's no stone can be left unturned. Your social media, your story's only as good as you can tell it. That has to be great. I think ours is great, but that has to be great. The game atmosphere, you got to get fans to want to come back. I think we had our 2nd highest attended game tonight, which was really cool, 3,000, considering that we're playing at 12 o'clock on a Sunday. So there's a church crowd we probably missed there. Don't think we had some of our band and some of those things that we would normally have, but they were at Duke for football. So, wow. And imagine if we keep rolling as a program, because winning brings fans. And people are just now starting to figure out, wow, this is actually a pretty cool ticket in town. Did you guys enjoy the game? That was kind of fun. Other than set 1, I think it was an entertaining show. So, yeah, you just can leave no stone unturned. I think the margins in competitive Division I college athletics at the highest level, the ACC, regardless of sport, are so slim that if you don't address every facet of the program, which I'm very interested in that, I want to do it all, it's all a competitive advantage. So I think that we've done a good job of trying to address everything. It's kind of a long-winded answer, but you hit a passion point there.
You mentioned those 4 top 5 matches in 6. How do you kind of now that those are kind of behind you, they're still tough matches and kind of keeping their focus a little bit back into the season.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of talking about like some of those matches are what like a deep run tournament match would feel like. So we're learning. Those games are fun. I think we are in position to host for the first 2 rounds, and we want to protect that. So that means we got to go win out. And I think we'd like to finish at the top of the best conference in the country, right? Like, we were picked 6th. I'd love to be there or higher. And we got to go win some more quality games. Like, we have a gauntlet of matches left. I mean, there's some. North Carolina's killing it. Florida State's killing it. We have them twice. Miami beat Texas. Like, there is no breaks. Y'all, the ACC is loaded. Everybody's good. So that's the conversation with the team.